They say DC runs on power and politics. But give it 3 days, and you'll feel the heartbeat that hums beneath the headlines.
Here in Washington, D.C., we have it all: food, culture, history.
Built as a bridge between North and South, this capital carved from compromise is a bustling metropolis with a small-town feel. A city with diverse cultural landscape and rich history, where you can read a nation's story etched across every stone. Let's start turning some pages. Spend a serene sunrise soaking up the National Mall, where the scenery doesn't just reflect America's past, it radiates it. Follow the path of presidents from the Washington Monument to the Lincoln Memorial, and bask in the breathtaking architecture. Serving as the city's center point, the Washington Monument is a 555-foot-tall obelisk built to commemorate the nation's first president. Just over a mile west sits the equally eye-catching Lincoln Memorial, featuring the iconic sitting statue of Honest Abe. This Temple of Truth was also the backdrop for Martin Luther King Jr.'s I Have a Dream speech. Need to refuel? Head over to Ben's Chili Bowl, a legendary institution that's been serving up mouth-watering bites since 1958. No trip to DC is complete without digging into their signature half-smoke, a chili-drenched pork and beef hot dog.
Mustard, onions, chili, which is all the way, and a milkshake to die for.
After lunch, immerse yourself in the world's preeminent body of knowledge at the Library of Congress, the largest and arguably most beautiful library in the world, where elaborate vaulted ceilings house centuries of recorded wisdom. With approximately 173 million items inside, every nook and cranny holds a gem waiting to be unearthed. From the exclusive collections of presidents and historical titans to the original sheet music for Gershwin's Rhapsody in Blue. Put down the books and cap off day one with a tipple or two at Press Club Cocktail Bar. This new DuPont Circle staple is half 70s cocktail lounge, half 90s record store, and 100% a good time. Ever gotten someone flowers that lasted 115 years? Neither have we. A gift from Tokyo to the United States in 1912, the cherry blossoms at the tidal basin are a spectacle that draws visitors from all around the world. Even when they're not in bloom, the loop around the water and past the Jefferson Memorial is a stunning walk through living history. Erected in 1943, the memorial's striking marble columns and domed rotunda provide a jaw-dropping tribute to the founding father. Next up, it's Choose Your Own Adventure time at the Smithsonian Institution. With 21 museums, you'd need a whole lot more than 3 days to check them all out. So we chose a couple favorites. Take to the skies and stars at the Air and Space Museum near Dulles. Explore life in all its forms at the Natural History Museum, or delve into the culture of the continent's first residents at the Museum of the American Indian, where you can also enjoy authentic native cuisine at Mr. Tam Cafe. For a perfect finish to an afternoon of culture and history, take a trip to the Waldorf Astoria. Once home to the United States Postal Service headquarters, this grand building now holds both the hotel as well as the Bazaar by Jose Andres.
The Bazaar brand started in Beverly Hills back in 2008, and that's where he introduced the modern tapas concept. Here back in DC, he introduced and leaned more into playfulness between tapas, of course, but also dishes with American history and also dishes with the Jose Andres history in the nation's capital.
As bold and inventive as its creator, who also founded the nonprofit World Central Kitchen, Bazaar blends the theatrical with the deeply personal to create flavors that linger long after the last bite. Everyone knows the best bagels are in, wait, where?
So if you want a real New York bagel, you're gonna have to come to Washington, D.C., made by a transplanted New Yorker.
A local fixture since 1982, Bethesda Bagels proudly and convincingly challenges the claim that the best bagels can only be found in the Big Apple.
I was taught how to make a bagel traditionally in New York City, and we just keep that tradition going. We just keep everything simple. New York recipes, nothing's changed since we opened up in 1982. This is what we do. This is the knock test. Hard, crispy on the outside, soft and chewy on the inside.
With your bagel fix satisfied, it's time to trade one capital for another. Just under an hour away on the Chesapeake Bay is Annapolis, Maryland's capital and home to the United States Naval Academy. Spend some time exploring the city's beautiful waterfront before settling in at Cantler's Riverside Inn to indulge in a local delicacy, Maryland blue crabs covered in Old Bay. Dig in with your fingers and a mallet for a meal that's messy, merry, and unforgettable. Swap the blue crustaceans for a bit of the blue sea. As the sailing capital of the United States, Annapolis is the ideal place to learn the ropes. Take the wheel or just breathe in the bay. Step aboard the Woodwind schooner and set sail for the kind of calm only the sea can offer. 3 days in the DMV and it's clear. Washington, D.C. is far more than its magnificent monuments and the happenings on the Hill. It's a vibrant landscape that seamlessly blends politics and poetry, tradition and transformation, history and a hopeful future.